reading is for Cancers for the month of October 2021. Hello, Cancer. How you doing? I hope your life is absolutely fascinating, as fascinating as it can be, because life can be pretty darn interesting. So I just looked at your chart for the month of October, and a couple things stand out to me. And one is there's a fire full moon lighting up your chart on the 20th. That's right on the heels of a retrograde going direct. That shows some of you getting a promotion, a raise, or some sort of recognition for what you do. And I hope you get that you deserve it. And then it shows somebody right on the heels of that being somewhat upset by that or jealous. So I'm just going to say, be the higher person. If you get something good and somebody around you can't support that, that's their shit. It's not yours. Just be as diplomatic as possible. And unlike last month, which seemed to have a really introspective bent, October for Cancers looks like it's going to be really social. So I think you're going to be having a really good time this month. Just be safe. Okay, let's see what energies are supporting you this month. Oh, I love this. Okay, so this card generally shows up after someone sort of has a difficult time. So for those of you who have been having some sort of struggle, whether it's, in a relationship, financially, emotionally, this card, the little phrase I like to have it go with is, it's the road to recovery. You may not be home yet, but you're on your way, and the worst is over. So, take that in matters of degrees. Some of you, things may be fine, but you just were in a funk, and some of you really have been having a hard time. The supporting energy for you in October is that it's just getting better and better. Now, the challenge card could be several things, and since this is a general reading, I'll give you some options for what that could be. One is just feeling like you're in a situation that's really regimented and you need more freedom. This could be, you could be in a relationship with someone who's being controlling. That could be challenging. Now, I'm talking about love. I'm also talking about a micromanaging boss, okay? This is just somebody whose style of being in the world is cramping your style. This has a lot of positive attributes, this card does, but it's in your challenge position. So what that means is maybe a side of you that's usually really beneficial, which has to do with, this very much is about controlling the physical parts of your life, right? Like your pocketbook and your time of day, and sometimes even, unfortunately, if you're in a state, other people. But this means just make sure that you're being as flexible as possible, because being too regimented isn't going to benefit you this month. And in love, we have a gorgeous card. This is the 10 of Cups. Now, when you get the 10 of Cups in your sort of the part of your life that represents relationship, lots of times it means that you're growing closer to someone and that your community is starting to see you as a pair. Like you're going from an I to a we. If you're already an established couple, it means that you're really going to be going out into your community and having a good time with other people. Sometimes there's some relationships that are sort of isolated. Other relationships are in a community. This is very much a relationship in a community. And if you're single, this means get out into your community because you might meet somebody. This is a very positive card. What else do the cards have to say for you this month? So, yeah, we start with the energy that is really talking about a sense of building up towards something. Definitely building up towards something that you're going to need to have a lot of energy to push through. So what this is saying is make sure that you're refilling the well. So if we're talking about a project you're working on, this is saying, yeah, you may be staying up into the late hours trying to get this done, but you need to get good sleep too. Like, make sure you're refilling that well. If we're talking about, let's say there's a relationship that's been challenging and you're working towards a goal, this is, you may need to take a little time apart to just recharge, to come back and be able to negotiate more. Now, this can be a love relationship, but this can actually be more like a work relationship where you're trying to negotiate something. But the point is whatever it is you're working towards, you've got to take self-care here. Wow. You are getting cards that I have not seen yet in the other readings this month, and I've done almost everybody's readings. So I know you must have a special energy this month. So again, because it seems that the cosmos is really supporting being out and being social, and even in your love sector, there is this social aspect to it. As you move towards the month, you're probably going to need to regroup. We end with the Hermit, which is needing, in this card also, it means you need to take space for yourself. So if you're out there and having a good time, or you're really networking or things like that, where you feel like you're putting a lot of energy out for something, just make sure that you have time for yourself too. And this card, this lovely looking card here, this is what crowns you this month. And it's just a card about generalized anxiety, okay? And Cancers can really worry well. Just keep this in its place. You don't need to worry as much as you're worrying. Don't carry the world on your shoulders. If you are involved with someone in a close way, don't carry what is theirs to carry. Give it back to them, okay? Don't do their emotional work. This is just about, sometimes worst case scenario thinking. This is not outside of you. This is actually in your head. So just make sure that you're telling yourself positive stories and about what's going on, and don't go into negative thinking, because you don't need to. This month looks great. The card that is representing you this month is the Ace of Pentacles. This is a really great card for having a strong constitution. This is a great card for starting a new diet or a new physical activity, a new discipline. But it also is great for healing, okay? So if some of you are healing after a surgery or something like this, this bodes really well. Now, one of the things about this Ace of Pentacles, though, is that you have to be proactive in making the potential, rise to its full potential. So, if you're not doing anything different, nothing different's going to happen. But this card is so full of potential for health. Also, for some of you, this means you could have some a new income stream coming in as well. As we move towards the end of the month, we have this interesting card, which is very much about oftentimes finding a mentor, joining a spiritual group. Fundamentally, what it means is you may be on a search for something, for knowledge of some sort, whether that's education, career, spiritual, and don't reinvent the wheel. There's already somebody out there or a group out there that has figured this out. Go join them and learn from them. And, when I put that together with the Hermit, and then up here, this is just a message. It's not really, it's a message about, the truth will set you free. So some of you on some level, maybe by the end of the month, after being very social, maybe going a little deeper and looking for the truth about something, and go learn. Learning is what we need to be doing our entire life, and don't, and like I said, your challenge card was that card that's about being a little bit rigid. Be flexible, be open-minded, and go learn some things, and don't let anxiety hold you back from that. Anyways, I think you're going to have a fun month, and I hope you're having interesting times, and I will come back and check in with you next month. And if you like this reading, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up.